right? So how we go about doing that, working in collaboration with one another, is very, very important. We gotta be forthright and straight up with each other and not allow the stuff in society to divide us up and separate us and have us playing silly games that don't really amount to anything. You know, at the end of the day, you and your family become the big loser because you couldn't figure out how to work with people. I don't know anybody that's getting wealthy by themselves. Nobody. It's always going to take somebody else and a team and an effort. Right. One of the things we don't talk about is finances. Okay? It's part of our community. Our parents don't talk to the children for the most part, and I know there's some exceptions to the rules, but we make a lot of mistakes that are unnecessary because people aren't communicating. Even what you were saying about your credit report only going so, your score only going so high and no higher. Well, I didn't always know what I know, but I've learned some of it over the years, and just wanted to share with you what I know. I know if you get credit cards and just keep them paid and don't get balanced above 30%, you'll watch your score go through the roof. Okay, so now you can pass that along to your children and to your grandchildren because it's something that is really important. All of us should be working on our credit. I heard this young lady say, I want my score to be 850. Mine's not 850. I want it to be 850. And I'm doing things to get it higher and higher. All of us should be working on our credit because that is the foundation for wealth in America. It gives you and I leverage. It gives us the ability to go out and now get money for something that we want to buy, like a piece of property, for an example. If you're an investor, you want to buy it at $50,000, and if you can turn around and sell it for $100,000, you just made how much? Oh, we got some mathematicians in the room. Count that money, can't you? And these are some of the things that we need to be doing after we get our home. Let's start off with our homes. Make sure that we are prepared for a home as best we humanly possibly can be prepared, meaning that you've been saving some money because you're going to have the plumbing go out. You're going to have some problem with your heat. You're going to have some challenges with your roof or whatever the case may be. If you're a homeowner, you don't want to be in there by the hair of your chinny chin chin. You're able to get the house, but you weren't prepared for any of the maintenance. And that's the stuff that causes people to go into foreclosure because now you start taking the mortgage money and start paying for the repairs. Okay, so it takes some thought and some preparation, but you'll be really thankful that you got some thought from out of the group. You're really thankful that you got yourself, that you took it seriously and you started doing the things that you needed to do to be a responsible homeowner. Because I got some really good news for you. Once you get past that point and you want to start getting into investing in real estate, have you thought about what communities are available to buy property in? All across the country. You go to any urban area where people look like you and I live, and you got a bunch of vacant lots, you got a bunch of vacant buildings, and you have other people from other communities, and I'm not anti-anybody, so nobody take me out of context, but I'm pro-us. I've done this color all my life. Believe it or not, this is not a tan. This is those circles around. Anyway, my point is that I'm pro us, and I want us to understand what we need to do better than we've been doing. These properties on the south side, on the west side, you don't want to look up and see, somebody else down there fixing it up, and now you got something else to talk about. Mr. Jones died, put down Hispanics and bought that house and they building it up. Well, you ain't got nothing to complain about. Mr. Jones, you knew Mr. Jones. You knew his kids. You knew he died. You knew his kids weren't going to take the property over. Why didn't you find out how you could buy the property? Or at least turn somebody else on the family so they could have bought the property. There's nothing for us to complain about. We let an Arab come in and buy up the block. They're Arabs. What are they doing buying on this block? Well, how did they beat you 3 doors down? They come from 30,000 miles away. The house is 3 doors down from you. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself those questions. How did I let them do that? Don't blame nobody else. It's not their fault. Don't be mad at them. So there are just some things that we need to focus on. We need to focus on our credit. We need to focus on making sure that we're not out of line as far as our debt to income ratio goes. What does that mean? How much you got coming in, how much you have going out. You got $1 coming in, what's your back end ratio, Lori? 43%. That's FHA, right? Basically. Conventional, okay. That means for every $1 you have coming in, you should only have 43 cents going out, max, including your mortgage. Okay? Simple math. Dollar coming in, no more than 43 cents going out. Very important. But I got a program that allows you to have a dollar come in and have 56 cents going out.
You said 56?
56. It's a down payment assistance program that will allow for you to get up to $48,000 in down payment and closing costs. A lot of down payment assistance programs out here, but most of them don't cover your closing costs. And your closing costs can be more than your down payment. On a $250,000 house, 3.5% is about $8,700, $8,750, I believe it is. Well, that's the down payment. The closing cost on the house is over $12,000. Okay? So that meant that person would have to have $8,700 plus over $12,000, that's about $20,000, $21,000. With this program, they would have had to come in with like $4,900 out of pocket. And whenever possible, we attempt to make that buyer be able to come in with zero out of pocket. So we tell them zero or little out of pocket is the way we kind of put it out there. This company is in Boca Raton, Florida. They've been around for the last couple of years. It's called Fund My Home. Carlos Berrettini is the owner of it. It is not a government program. We work in collaboration with a 501c3 that gets its money from corporations like Google that contribute to it. And this whole issue is centered around the housing crisis in America. There is a housing crisis in America right now where people are paying exorbitant rents because they cannot come up with the down payment and closing costs, as was shared. And also people are having problems with their debt ratio. And also people are having problems with school loans. Anybody here having problems here? I got some great news for you. Some great news for you. With this program, we've already negotiated with the Department of Education, and they will retire or forgive 75% of your student loans.
If you do what?
If you go through your program, they'll give you the down. This is free money, up to $48,000. They'll give you the down payment.
Up to 48,000.
Up to 48,000. Up to. Yeah, absolutely.
What was the name of the program?
Fund My Home. Sure. I'll go through the time for it. I'll be happy to give you all the information that you need.
Is that separate?
If you go to fundmyhome.org. Yes, ma'am.
Is that separate from Fund My Home, the educational?
It's a part of it. Let me put it like this. All of this is about helping people be able to purchase homes. So the educational piece is also about helping a person purchase a home. So how does that impact somebody buying a home? If you have a student loan that's delinquent, I don't care if your score is 850. You're still going to get denied when you apply for a mortgage because you are delinquent on a federal debt. So you cannot get a federally backed mortgage. Okay? FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, all federal backed mortgages that we do. So you would automatically decline, even though you got good income, you might have a few assets, but you would automatically be declined. By us retiring 75% of your debt and then restructuring that last 25% to pay it off over a 20-year period, now it shows up on your credit report paid as agreed. Okay? And that debt is not counted against your debt ratio either, which allows you to buy more house.
Okay, does that include co-ops and condominiums?
Yes.
4 flats, 6 flats?
No, not 6.
Okay.
Single family to 4 units.
Okay.
Now you need to hear me real good now. And this can be a second home or a vacation home. So if you have a home already, it's not just first time home buyers. This is for anybody that already has a home. They can apply for it too. So now it's got to make sense if you're gonna call it your second home. It can't be 3 doors down from you. But if it's in the suburbs and you down here, or if you're in the suburbs already and you buy something down here, it might very well fly for you. Listen to this real good, because I'm an investor. If you bought a 4-unit building, utilizing this program, we gave you up to $48,000, 580 score too, by the way, and sometimes lower, okay? You gotta live in one of those units for just a hot minute. Nobody monitors it whatsoever. You bought it owner occupied, so let's do the right thing, move into the unit for a minute, okay? You decide to move out, nobody's gonna say anything because there's nothing illegal about it. This is not immoral, illegal, unethical, any of that. You bought it owner occupied, move it to a unit. When you get ready to move out, now you got 4 units that you can rent out. that's not only gonna help you pay for that building, but it'll help you pay for your house too.
Yeah.
It's your money. And we're doing some things with Airbnb to show you how to increase the revenue so that you don't have to just necessarily deal with tenants, but you can actually get more money coming from those units because of the fact that you're utilizing Airbnb. I saw several hands. I think yours first. I'll get you next, and then I'll come back to you.
That 75% forgiveness on the student loan, what do you guys do? Talk to the student loan people, or?
We've already negotiated with the Department of Education. So if anybody utilizes this program to become a homeowner, then they can have access to that program. It costs them like $400, but to get rid of, $50,000 worth of debt, it's worth it. Okay. And I do want to mention this, there's $1.5 trillion worth of debt out here right now, and the millennials cannot buy, because many of them are delinquent on their loans right now, and this is what this is designed to do, help people all over the country. The goal is 1 million homes. I laughed when I heard this. They want to put 1 million people in homes in the next 30 years. I said, we can do this in the next couple of years with this kind of program. And I'm also, I'm sorry, did you have your hand up? I apologize. Let me get this. Okay, well, she was next, and then I want to.
I just want to know if you have business cards.
I'll exchange information. Okay. That's fine. Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
Okay. And so it's a dynamic program. We're rolling out nationwide. They've already been doing it in Florida. If you have any family members or friends in Florida, we just picked up a client from Florida. This is my business partner back here, Al Rose. We just picked up a client there in Florida and just ran it through the process. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how well you can do what it is that's being done. But for our interview process, we take you through an interview process. It's normally done online. We have a Zoom meeting with you. We walk you through the process, show you about 4 different videos, because again, an educated consumer is the best consumer. We want to make sure that you understand what it is that you're doing, what the process is all about. It's very transparent. Does not cost you 1 red copper penny. I will say that again. Doesn't cost you 1 red copper penny. We don't have an application fee that we charge you. We don't charge you a broker's fee. We take you through this process and pre-register you so we can determine how much house can you afford. Okay, we want to get all that basic information. We don't get any of your personal information. All the things that you're going to need ultimately, we'll get those things from you. Not we'll get them from you, but you'll give those things to the lender when you actually get together with the lender. Now I need to say this, and I want to work with you guys, and I'll be talking to the owner concerning self-help, okay? This organization has a nationwide relationship with some preferred lenders already, as well as preferred realtors. So when we approve you, we take you through a process. Well, next thing we do, we turn you over to our preferred lender. And that preferred lender, we more or less have scrubbed you, pre-qualified you already, so that preferred lender, when we pass you over to them, they already know what you look like. We've gotten most of the information from it. We just haven't gotten all your documents or anything. Those things you'll upload online, and the preferred lender will have access to it. We never see it. Our job is done at that point. We're considered to be a certified mortgage grant specialist. So we're just helping you get this grant, this free money. Okay, that's all we do. Once we're done with that, we pass you along. You got to, in 5 to 7 days, they give you your approval. Once they've given you approval, they're going to pass you along to their preferred real estate brokers. Now, mind you, all these people have to be accountable to us. You follow me? We're all in business together. They have to be accountable to us. Excellence in service is our focus. We want to make sure you get treated, the red carpet rolled out for you, so that you always be boasting about how good you were treated and how well you were treated, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sorry, Mr. Paul, I want to finish making this thought. So it's a controlled environment to that degree, and that we're networking with lenders and networking with realtors, so we can make sure that the client gets everything that the client was told that they would receive. It normally takes 30 to 45 days from the time that you have been approved with that lender. You have a set of keys in your hand within 30 to 45 days normally. Okay, and the goal is always to bring you to the table with zero or little out of pocket. You got a 660 score, 0 out of pocket. If you're a veteran, 0 out of pocket. I can tell you that right now. 660 or veteran, 0 out of pocket. Okay? Questions?
On the multifamily, do you do the loans if the building doesn't work right?
FHA 203K.
You do the FHA.
I had to ask that question couple weeks ago, and I was so glad to get that.
Okay.
Yes, yes, now they won't do foreclosures. If it's a foreclosed property, we don't do foreclosed property. But if the property just needs to be fixed up, you can do a 203K FHA.
Streamline or up to?
You can do one. You know what? That's not the down payment assistance money, so that's different. Follow me? So that down payment assistance money over here, what you get on your FHA loan is over here. And it just still has to fall within the guidelines of what you can afford when we pre-qualify you. And for those of you who may not know what that means, an FHA is a government-backed loan. A 203K is just a special designation saying that you can get the money to buy the property and to fix it up. Okay, it works for purchases, and if you refinance in your house, you can also do it with 203K, but that's a different subject. I'd like to exchange information, if you don't mind. That gentleman in the back is going to, for those of you that like information, more information, he's just going to have to put your name.
So are these FHA loans, or are these, what type of loans do you get approved with the lender?
Okay. FHA, Freddie Mac, and Fannie Mae.
Question,
Yes.
how does the funding work? Okay, so this is a scenario. See, always tell Pop wants to work with you. You have a borrower that's approved for $40,000. Okay. You send us a notification, we'll consume one of your preferred lenders. Okay. So I'm working with him, he had a property gonna close it. How's the funding?
Why?
How do you fund the $40,000?
Title company is wired into the title company on the day of closing, just as it would be normal.
And there is no requirement to nothing for that DPA. There's nothing tied to it. Because a lot of the DPA programs in the city, you have to stay there for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years.
None of that. Very good question. None of that. And we're not worried about running out of funding because of major corporations that contribute. If you kind of want to know what's the stakeholders, what's everybody's benefit, the major contributors, they're getting the write-off. Plus, this is their give back too. They see the housing crisis, they see us addressing the housing crisis, so them contributing money helps them be able to boast about the fact, well, we helped with the housing crisis. We contributed to that. That's their game. Fund My Home is a for-profit corporation, so they make some money in the process as well. But we're coupled with this now. Obviously, you guys on the back end as home buyers are living your dream. You're in a home now, and you didn't have to come up with the down payment or the closing cost, which was a big barrier for you. And if you had student loans, that was a huge barrier. Let me say this, I got a girl that asked her permission. I see you standing too, brother, I won't take my phone. I asked her permission. I appreciate that. I asked her permission, could I share her story without sharing her name? She said, feel free to, Jerome. This child owes $350,000 in student loans. A teacher at a private school, and it's embarrassing to say what little she makes. But with this program, I'm going to help her be able to eliminate 75% of that. She'll still owe $87,000, but that's a lot better than $350,000.
I thought you said 75% up to 48,000 or something.
No, that's the grant.
40,000 toward your purchase.
I said 75% of your student loan you can have it retired. So if you owe $100,000, the 48 is different. That's the max.
Okay.
That's the max for the grant.
So that's what I was trying to.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Fund My Home, 48,000. Then my balance would be 20,000.
That's correct. But you can only get access to that if you come through Fund My Home. So it's all under that umbrella.
And another question, then that means, let's say if you have 200,000 in student loans, I don't, just about, but I don't. But the house without purchase, of course, it makes sense to have to do it for 200,000. You're not gonna wipe out 75%, which is more than what the house costs.
That's okay. Let me help out.
Oh, thank you.
The student loan piece is there because a lot of people cannot get a mortgage because number one, they're delinquent. Okay. Number two, they have so much debt sometimes, their debt ratio, it won't allow them to qualify, it's too high. So we've negotiated with the Department of Education to retire or forgive 75% of their student loan debt. Up to 75, no, 75%.
Oh.
So if you had 200,000, 75%, would be 150,000. I'm pretty good when it comes to money. So they would forgive 150,000 of your $200,000 in debt. to the Department of Education. Now all you have left to pay is $50,000 in debt. We're gonna restructure your payments over a 20-year period, okay, and let you pay that $50,000 off over a 20-year period. What has that done for you in terms of your credit profile? How do you look on paper now? Well, you don't have as much debt as you had initially. That's changed, okay? Your payment has gone down, your monthly payment's gone down considerably too, okay? And you just look better all the way around, and you can afford more house now that you don't have that big $200,000 hanging over your head.
What about individuals that co-sign for their child loan? And the house that you been them because they defaulted on.
We just had this situation recently. It wasn't so much about a default. This lady, because she bought 2 cars, she co-signed on 2 of her children's cars, she couldn't qualify on the mortgage, because her debt ratio was too high. In our program, we figured out how not to use those debts at all. You know, there are little nuances in lending that, you know, you might listen to this. You can, if you, for example, if a car note is less than 9 months left due on it, you don't even have to count it against the person. So we figured out, we would help them get enough money together to pay the note down so that it was less than 9 months, and that whole issue was.
Do you do also if I co-sign on my child a card and I can prove he's been paying for it out of his bank account? That's what I'm saying. For the last, how long, and then you don't count it as my debt as either?
I can't say for sure, because guess what, guess what, now, I need to be careful, because in the capacity that we're operating, I'm just a mortgage, grant specialist. I'm not the lender. We're not a lender, and we're not realtors. So, but because I had that background, I tend to sometimes start talking about this